Okay, injury-wise, Ryan Henderson still out with a concussion. I think he'll be cleared pretty soon. Dion Bailey still limited, but did some things. Khalid Holmes out still, and we expect him back pretty soon. Jesse Scroggins still out. Buck Allen's still out. George Farmer did some stuff on the side. Hope for him to be back late in the week. Xavier Grimble's still out, same thing, late in the week. Junior Palme had a death in the family, was not here. And during practice, Drew McAllister and Marquise Simmons came out. Marquise with his shoulder and Drew with his hand, so they're getting x-rays.
Drew on the tailback, what was the thought process in that?
Just really having a week of sitting around and thinking and what our team needs, and this is the time to try it. And it may not work at all, but he is, as you go back and look at our testing and study height, weight, speed, he would be one of our best guys on our whole team. And he does, for a guy that's 230 pounds, ran 4.5 electronic. He's one of the top times on our whole team, regardless of position. So it's just something that is sitting around thinking that we don't have that right now. And so if he can give us that, that would be great. And if he doesn't, then he can just go back. And he played really great on defense actually Saturday, but he is sitting there behind Dion. And so, like we told him this week, and he was excited about it. I wasn't going to do it if it wasn't seen. He didn't want him. We talked to him, and he was ready for it. He'd kind of been thinking about it himself, so we'll see.
Was the physicality of, the way his style of play, was that taken into account?
Yeah, he's an aggressive player, but he gives you a big guy that can run really fast, and that's unusual to find, as that his testing doesn't happen very much. It doesn't mean that he can play running back, but we'll see, and if it works out, then we'll get ourselves something we don't have right now. If it doesn't, we'll go back.
Are you going to do this for 1 week and then assess where you are, or what's kind of the
initial plan is to go through a week, because it wouldn't even be for a day. Go through a Tuesday, Thursday, and scrimmage Saturday, and see where we're at. And if we're somewhere in the middle, keep going, and if one way or the other, we'll go whatever direction that is.
He said he was pleasantly surprised. Were you pleasantly surprised today? Trey said he was pleasantly surprised how he did today.
Okay.
How are you?
Yeah, we didn't get to see a whole lot because by the time we kind of got this in the team, he was gone. Someone was spread out running, so it's hard for a guy the first day, especially spread out running stuff, to know what to do. But you did see things in individual and things early in practice where you could see that he does have the burst you would need. He does have the speed and power that you would need. And he does have good hands. We've known that all along. He's a very good athlete, so maybe it'll work.
So Robert said he's going to be out for the rest of spring.
Yeah, after continuing evaluations of Robert, we thought he would be almost full strength by now, doing everything. He's kind of had a setback. It's not healing as fast, and so our doctors recommend that we really sit him to make sure that it heals, because we were running him on the side so much and just doing some individual that it wasn't really healing. So let's see if we can get the thing completely healed and get that limp out of there, so it can be full speed.
And are you kind of okay with that in the big picture of things?
Sure, yeah. Obviously, the last thing we want, and really watching him, I kind of championed this thing, watching him, he still has limping around, and our whole thing was, we did this as often to get this fixed. So we didn't have to go through like last season where we did practice almost every week towards the end of the week. So we have to get it right, no matter what that is, no matter how much time that is, to make sure that we don't have to go through that again.
Are any of those guys who've been running track going to be at the track meet on Saturday?
Yeah, we're still discussing that, but I do think that Marquise and Tony are jumping for sure. Mikel is as well, so I think they are. I don't think DJ's going to, but I think their part's early enough where they're going to go and then come meet us over there probably.
Coach, even though Robert can't be on the field, how beneficial is he to some of those younger guys, just in terms of route running and technique?
Yeah, I think that helps a little bit. It gets a little bit overrated. That's why we hire coaches, teach us stuff. But he can help them a little bit because he does have obviously great experience and really has really good body control in his routes and knowing the systems. Really, guys help more sometimes with relaying information that sometimes young kids can't get from coaches, where he's on the same level. So, hey, this is really an easier way to kind of memorize this stuff. So he can help more in that way with guys like Victor.
You switched the tackles some today. Is that also something you're going to look at for a week and see how it goes?
Yeah, kind of similar situation. It's spring, it's early, and let's see what it looks like. We went through 3 days the other way. let's go through 3 days this way and then assess it and see where we're at. And it wasn't out of poor performance by Kevin. It was just out of, let's just see what it looks like. Obviously Kevin towards the end of the year started playing really well at right. So we'll just address it. We'll look at the same thing again by next Sunday and figure the same thing out.
When you looked at the film of the first week, any one or two players who jumped out at you?
George Uku's playing really well, except for he had too many loafs Saturday, so we actually benched him for the second game today to make a point, but has flashed, played really well. George Farmer early before the injury. Things Marcus Lee shows up all the time. Hayes missed 2 tackles in this scrimmage, but outside of that, over 4 days now, has done really well. And really is kind of emerging as a leader. And I think as you go to the secondary, Isaiah Wiley's playing much better than he was last year. And Brian Bachman flashed Saturday too. So that's just off the top of my head.
Did you hear that Carlisle had suffered a broken ankle?
I did. Yeah, very unfortunate. We're happy for him that he got cleared, to play this year. Obviously, we have a guy going through the same thing. Hopefully, that our guy gets cleared too. But unfortunate. But at least it happened early enough where he'll be back for next year.
Is Josh Shaw going to be able to practice anytime soon?
Yeah, Josh he did something with a rib somehow in lifting to where they didn't think it was a big deal initially, and they tested it. Now they think he'll actually be out for a while, where he can't hit right now. So that's nothing to do with NCAA. That's just the year that he can't go out here. And we're still waiting for the word on his appeal for next year.
You have any timetable on that at all? Did they give you any kind of?
So he wouldn't practice the spring anyway, you don't think?
Well, he would have. This is all injury related.
I mean, with the rib.
Oh, I don't know. Towards the end of it, hopefully.
How pleased were you with today after having a whole week off?
Well, I think conditioning-wise, they look pretty good. We ran them yesterday, coming back a little bit. They came back in really good shape, and for all that we know, there were no issues, off-field issues, which you're always scared of during the spring break week. So I think they do well.
What have you thought of the backup quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Jesse's out. I think Max and Cody are doing really well. Sometimes it's hard to evaluate till you get to the scrimmage situations. I think they're both doing really good things.
You mentioned Hayes as a standout player on defense. What have you seen? What kind of improvements have you seen so far from him compared to last year?
Well, he was playing really good down the stretch. He had tied for the leading tackles as a freshman on our team. But he just he understands the system more now. Obviously, going into another year of experience at his position, and he's a leader and he's very aggressive in his style of play. All right, thanks.